You're listening to the Second Opinion Podcast. This podcast is rated M for mature for crude language. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, episode 177. My name is Celeb, and I am here to talk about my impressions of the Nintendo Switch. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm not going to talk about games coming soon or what I've been gaming or drinking or whatever. We're going to literally jump right into the bad. I'm going to get that out of the way, okay? So as a lot of you guys know, I'm not a huge Nintendo fan. I haven't had a Nintendo console day one in quite some time. This is the first Nintendo console I've bought day one in a while. So, it's weird. I have a love-hate relationship with this console right now, and I've never felt this way before. I've never felt this way about a console, man. I've never been so excited and so disheartened at the same time. It's just weird. So what I'm trying to get down to is mainly the console itself. The concept is fantastic. Let me say it like that. The concept is fantastic. Using the kickstand and using the Pro Controller whenever you have it away from the dock is awesome. That's usually how I do it. I don't connect the Joy-Cons, or I usually don't play it in mobile mode to where the Joy-Cons are connected to it, because it's just weird for me. It's something I guess I have to kind of get used to, but it has not been something that's comfortable. I really have not liked using the mobile mode that has the Joy-Cons connected on the left and the right of the screen. It's just not comfortable for me. I think it's also because the buttons are so much smaller on the Joy-Con controllers compared to the Pro Controller. It's nuts. But I don't even like using the Joy-Con grip. I swear I think I've used it once since the console has launched. So with that aside, I have a really big problem with the Nintendo dock. The dock is just cheaply, poorly made. It's just bad, man. I mean, honestly, if I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it from every point of view, I put this off for days now because I was trying to figure out the best way to say this without people tripping out. But even Nintendo fans, I think you guys can agree with me, it's such a cheaply made dock, man. It's so cheaply made. It doesn't even feel like it's made out of premium plastic. I remember whenever I was getting it out of the box and I picked it up and it was so lightweight, I was actually thinking that there was something else in the box that I needed to like connect into it to give it some weight or something. But it's not. It's just weird, man. It's so weird. It's like it's just really it's like thick plastic. That's all it is. And they're charging. You could buy the good thing about it is that if your dock breaks or something happens to your dock, they did something different than what they did with the Wii U. You can actually buy the dock for $89.99, and it's a dock set. It comes with the charging cable and the power cable, which I think is fantastic. I'm glad they learned from their mistakes. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, it's really I remember originally saw the design and I'm thinking, oh, that's a little strange the way it looks. I don't really understand it until I get it, but maybe and you guys know, doing things with games that I've done before, I'm thinking maybe that they're going to make this out of somewhat of the same material, which is the games cases were made out of a metal infused polypropylene. So it was like a really awesome industrial plastic that really protected what was in there. This is just plastic. This is just straight plastic, man. It's so weird that, I mean, even the back, when you open the back, it's just an empty shell in the back. And it's just really, really cheaply made. And I understand that, that's the reason why the console was able to launch day one at $299. It was a very good competitive price. But I mean, they literally, it was almost like they used the same material from the dock to make the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are cheaply made. You can't use adhesive stickers on it because the plastic is so weird. It messes up the actual finish on the plastic, and I'm confused by their choices. That's the best way of saying it. And I could ramble on. I could literally ramble on for hours about why did they make it like this? Why didn't they have the dock on the front of it shorter, which I've seen a lot of people talking about. You know, they could have had the Nintendo Switch dock where the screen is actually shorter to where it's only, you know, about an inch up past the power light, instead of having the whole piece of plastic shoved right there in front of the screen. Because thank God I had my screen protector on. I put it down the other day very gently, and about a couple hours later I picked it back up and there was a huge scratch on the screen protector already. I've seen other people out there that are getting their screens scratched as well. So the dock is really cheaply made. It's very poorly made, and it just doesn't make sense the way they made it. Moving on from that, I'm going to talk about the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are so weird. They're so weird. They're just literally, they're Wii motion controllers that are miniaturized. The buttons are so small. My ginormous hands, I don't even use the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons have been sitting behind my TV since I unboxed it the first time. And I used them for a while. I actually took the Joy-Cons with me one day to work. And, I set it down and I was trying, I was a lot more comfortable actually having one controller in the left hand, one controller in the right, and completely disconnected from the system itself, using it on the kickstand mode. That was actually really cool. I like the way that was, how you can just automatically disconnect it and you have the motion aspect. You have, two controllers, and I'm able to move far away from each hand. I have one on one leg, one on the one hand on my left leg, one hand on my right, and I'm controlling them with the left and the right Joy-Con. But using them together, I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that whenever you connect them to the actual screen itself, that it's very wobbly. Now the one on the left on my console has been fine, but the one on the right has a tendency of being a little wobbly. It feels like it's going to either come out or it's going to break. So I don't really use those much. But when we're cutting down to the system and using the Joy-Cons, the dock is cheaply made. The Joy-Cons are really weird. But, there's people out there that I'm sure that really like them, and I can understand why. When we turned the Joy-Con sideways and we actually played Snipper Clips, or Snipper Clipper, or whatever it is, I had a lot of fun like that. It was really awesome. I like the way it felt in my hand whenever we turned it sideways. The two shoulder buttons on top were nice. But moving on from the Joy-Cons, we're going to talk about the actual system, which is weird too. I don't understand why they didn't use glass. Why did they not use tempered glass for the screen? The glass, the cover that's on the screen is just thick plastic again. That's the reason why it's so easy to scratch. I think Nintendo probably did this test through whatever, but it is very easy to scratch. So if you do get these, please be careful with them. If you do get a Nintendo Switch and you put your console into the actual dock, please be careful, because there has been multitudes of people that have been scratching their consoles. Now, Nintendo and Reggie actually came out and said, well, we never even noticed this. We've never seen this, but if you have this problem, contact us and let us know. But this is all over the place. Everybody's doing it. It's not just one case. It's everywhere. So there's also been the dead pixel issue. There's been the other day I was actually playing it and it just froze. And it took it like 3 minutes to cut back on. So there's problems. Let's say that. It is a launch console, and we all know that there are going to be problems with it. The dock is very cheaply made. I think the Joy-Cons are cheaply made. I think the screen could have actually been a tempered glass instead of the weird thick plastic that they have for the screen, you know, I would have paid $399 if I had the dock was not as cheaply made and there was tempered glass on there. I would have paid $399 day one for that, but that's not how it was. There's also problems with the Joy-Con wrist straps. The straps have actually been getting stuck on the controller. So I don't actually use that. I haven't been using the wrist straps at all. But now we're going to talk about the good stuff of the console. I do like the fact that whenever you don't have it in dock mode and you have it in mobile mode, that when you switch it, when you switch it to that, it's full 720p, and it actually runs better than what it does in dock mode. There's not a lot of frame drops. The game actually looks really good in 720p on the screen. I'm really surprised by it. Another thing too is that the console itself, whenever it's in dock mode, it does do native 1080p. I do have a 4K display, so everything is more vibrant. I have my active smoothing on as well, and everything, the colors are brighter. The frame rate basically does the best that it can that the system will let it process. And Breath of the freaking Wild, man. Holy crap. It is such a good game. It's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, like, it is probably one of the best Nintendo games I have ever played. So that's why I was saying at the beginning of the video, it's a love-hate relationship, because there are a lot of problems with this console. I don't care if you are the biggest Nintendo fan out there and you want to call me out on it, that's totally fine. I am fine with that. I'm sure Nintendo's already going to I'm sure Nintendo is already going to copyright this video just because I'm talking about the Switch. And people are going to see this and think that I'm just hating on Nintendo, and I'm not. I think the concept of this console was fantastic. I think it could have definitely used work before it launched out. Do I like the Nintendo Switch? Hell yes, I like the Nintendo Switch. I love the Nintendo Switch. I love Breath of the Wild. I actually was really surprised by snipper clips. I plan on getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe whenever it comes out. One of the biggest games that I am really excited about with this console is Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I am going to play the shit out of that game. So I'm very, very excited about the future of this system. I'm very excited about the third party. I'm very excited about the third party support for this system as well. But do I think this thing has problems? Yes. It totally has problems that you can fix. Like, I'm actually getting the Switch dock sock, and it's something I found on ETSY or Etsy, whatever. And it's just a little slip that you put on top of on the front of your Switch so your screen won't get scratched. But I do still feel that it's very cheaply made. That's the reason why they were able to actually launch it at the price that they launched it. The Joy-Cons are really weird, which I really do. I have really big hands, so it's hard to enjoy that. Now the Pro Controller is a huge plus, but the downfall to a lot of their accessories is the price. The Joy-Con or the Pro Controller really is not bad. It's only $69.99, which is pretty much the same price as an Xbox controller. But the Joy-Con controllers are $79.99, and that's totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous, man. Like, I don't understand why those are $10 more than the Pro Controller, because the Pro Controller is just is actually the most comfortable thing about the Switch. It seems like it works better. And it has motion controls in the Pro Controller. It has gyroscopic motion in the Pro Controller. So why are these two little small, weird, crappy controllers $10 more? I don't understand it. Just because it's like that has a possible chance of you getting a multicolored one. I don't know, man. I'm totally lost on that. I really am. And it's just strange, man. I'm confused by the price that they actually have all this stuff set at. Like the charging grip that they have, it's $29.99. The dock is really not that bad of a price, I guess, because it comes with a charging cable for the wall and also comes with a charging cable for the Switch, and it's $89. I think the dock should have been set at like $59. I think the charging grip should have been set at the price that it is, $29.99. The Joy-Cons, though, they should have been maybe $59.99. The Joy-Con left and right, you know, they're $49 a piece. Which doesn't make sense. Like, it's $49 just for one Joy-Con. So that doesn't make sense to me at all. The only price point that I've actually seen that makes sense, and it has a set of 2 in there. It's got 2 of them in there. It's the Joy-Con wheel, $14.99 for 2. Nintendo, what are you doing? You're not making sense with your price ranges at all. Like, what do you... Oh my god, man. I am so confused. But anyways, when we talk about the Nintendo Switch, I know there's a lot of people that are going to be probably butthurt by me talking about the stuff the way I'm talking about it. But I think the Nintendo Switch overall is an okay system. I think that it has very good games. I think that Breath of the Wild is fantastic. I'm very excited about the global test fire for Splatoon 2, which starts on the 24th. Snipper Clips was awesome. I'm just like, I was actually really blown away by Snipper Clips. I did not play Super Bomberman. I did not play Just Dance. I didn't get any amiibos. So like I said, this is an impression of the Nintendo Switch that's basically a very base model impression. It's what I have played and what I truly think about this very strange console. I'm really confused by it. I hate it and I love it at the same time. So that's it for episode 177. Make sure to check out 178, where I have the amazing J-Shock Blast as a special guest, and that should be coming really soon after this episode. So thanks, guys, for watching. Peace out.